Just give it a second.
Okay.
All right, I think we're live. I hope everybody's having a fantastic week so far. We wanted to hop on and share with you how our team was able to enroll 600 people in 24 hours. Guys, this was one of the most exciting weeks that we've had, or days, in a long time. And the month, in fact, was something else, because our team set a goal early in the month to enroll 2,000 people.
Yes.
And, you know, we were working towards that. And about 4 days before the end of the month, we're like, oh, this is going to be a bit of a stretch. Like, we're close, but are we going to be able to do it? In the last 24 hours, everybody buckled down and really crushed it. And we were able to finish the month off with a little over 2,900 enrollments. So, guys, we are super fired up, and we want to share with you how we were able to do that and how our team was able to do that, because this was an entire team effort to make something like this happen.
All right. Okay. So there's a few things we'll call them ingredients today that were really, really key to making this happen. And we're going to break each of them down for you as we go through. Make sure you have your pen, take notes, ask questions, rewatch the replay, because we're going to share some secret sauce with you, right? So This is going to be pretty incredible for your business. See what you can take away, see what you can apply to your business today. All right, so Let's dive in. Well, first, you don't know us.
If this is your first time tuning in with us, I'm Mike.
I'm Carla.
And we've been entrepreneurs for a very long time. Myself, over 22 years, Carla, over 12 now, and Carla is also a healthcare marketer. We're here to help you avoid the pitfalls and share what we did and share what's working and share what isn't working, because we teach no-nonsense marketing. We're from Canada, so you're going to hear some A's, you're going to hear some sorries, and we're going to deliver the value. So we're super excited to be here with you guys. We've been in this business for coming up on 12 years now. So we have learned a lot of lessons. We have learned a lot of things the hard way, and we've learned a lot of things the easy way now. So we are here to share that with you, to help you put this into play in your business and take your business to the next level.
All right, so the first thing that's a really critical ingredient, so there's some back work that you have to do to get this type of enrollment, right? So we're going to kind of show you so the 600 enrollments is like the tip of the iceberg, but what's under that we don't see, right? That goes into making all of that happen. And that's what we're going to share today. So the very first thing that you have to have, and is so important right now, considering all the noise out there on social media. Like, drop us a 1 if you're thinking, holy smokes, there's just so much going on right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Guys, I mean, since we've been talking about this for a few months now, starting in September and moving forward, we've entered what's called the Great Resignation. Millions and millions of people are resigning from traditional jobs. They're tired of being, locked down. They're tired of not being able to work. They're tired of not having people to serve because of what's going on. So they're looking for different solutions. So that is why the space is getting noisier and noisier, because more and more people are looking for a new way, right?
Well, and there's more competition and more products, right? So the key behind a fascinating solution, what does that do for you? Why would you want that? Well, it actually helps you earn trust faster. It helps you earn attention faster, helps you create conversations faster. So you're really standing out from the sea of sameness, and you don't want to be better. You want to be different. Like, different is better than better. So here's an example. We all know PC and Mac, right? There was something about Mac when it first came on the market a couple years in. They created a culture. It created a community, right?
Drop us a 2 if you remember these commercials and being like, oh, wow. I
don't want a PC anymore.
PC seems super boring all of a sudden. Wow, that guy is just kind of dull. And this Mac, holy, it's exciting. It seems kind of fresh and hip, right?
Yeah.
So it really grabbed people's attention. Here's another example. Poo-pourri. Okay, so how many air fresheners are there out there in the world? There is hundreds, right? So how can somebody think like, you know what? I'm going to enter the air freshener space 50 years into this space when it's already completely saturated, right? Well, Poopery came in and they completely disrupted the market with a fascinating solution. What do you mean I spray this on the water before I go?
Yeah, exactly. And their marketing is so clever. Like in a pinch pack, I mean, you can't even, the marketing is clever. The way they've set it up is so, it just captures you and makes you laugh, right? It's entertaining and makes you want to go out and buy it. So these are the things that you really want to start out with at a base level with your product or your solution. Choosing that, or if you don't have that option and it's kind of not that fascinating right now, you're going to have to dig deep and think, how can I make this thing, I don't know, coffee more fascinating?
Yeah, or the shake,
or
whatever it is, right?
Yeah. Okay, so now on to the next thing. This is absolutely key. You have to have a way to get it out to the masses, right? So that's why you need a social selling ecosystem. And it's not just one thing, it's going to be the combination of these things working really well together that is going to raise the bar.
Yeah. So it starts with an attention earning message. So your posts, right? You need to earn people's curiosity. You need to earn people's, like their willingness to reach out and ask you for more information, right? So your posts got to make sure that they engage people, they entertain them, right? People come to social media to get an escape. So entertaining them is going to help grab their attention. Educating them is super important, right? We talk about this all the time. Delivering value to your marketplace, to your prospects, to your people, right? Educating them on something that maybe they weren't aware of before, and keeping it simple, right? We talk about this lots, being the grade 4 student to the grade 1 student. You don't need to know everything. You just need to know a little bit more than they know so you can educate them. Right.
So one quick thing about educate, I have justify failures in brackets. And you're like, what the heck is that? Well, sometimes where we're in a marketplace and we're trying to make change happen and create curiosity, we want to say, you know what? This isn't your fault. Like this might have been happening for you, and this thing and all these 50 other things in the past you might have tried to solve this problem didn't work because of this one thing. So you really sometimes want to have people be like, oh, so I could try again, right? So creating that education through your story is really important in helping people shift a perspective from an old belief to something that's possible. Yeah. And we always talk about emotions. So we have posts that create curiosity. Tension, we mean in a good way. That's healthy tension. That's trying to create action and create movement. We always talk about challenging a thought or belief, like, turns out breakfast isn't the most important meal of the day. People will stop. People will think.
Yep.
And then empowering people to take actions for their reasons, not yours. So that's kind of all that goes into social messages.
Yeah. So now that you've put your message out and you've earned some trust, you've earned some curiosity, it's time to go a little deeper once you're having the conversations, right? Yeah. And in messages. So you need to show that you care and respect them. And you're not just a generic marketer out there trying to make a sale. So how can you do that? Ask more questions and listen, not to answer, but listen to understand how you can truly help your prospect. Because guys, sometimes when we go through this process and we ask all the questions, it gets to the point where we're like, you know what? We might not be the best resource for you. And you know how much people appreciate that when you truly understand them, to the point that you will even stand up and say, you know what? We might not be the best solution for you. Guys, think about how powerful that's going to be. So when you understand your people and you found a solution for them, they feel understood. They feel cared about, right? The same goes when you tell somebody that, you know what, this might not be the best solution for you. That person is going to become a giant cheerleader for you, right?
Yeah. So then the next thing we have are what we call evaluation groups, because there are some people that they want to see, how does this work for other people? I want to see this in action. Maybe they're like a little bit more research based and they want to just learn a little bit more than what's happening in the conversation with you. So, or they want to, have a different view of your company, meet some leaders and feel the energy. So we have a product evaluation group and we have a business evaluation group. And both are really critical into giving that extra support to the message and giving it the credibility of what we're saying, right?
We talk, like, I'm sure you've heard about this from your upline. Drop us a tip if you have, get into three-way conversations, get that third-party validation. Evaluation groups are like a three-way conversation on steroids because you have so much action in there. Think about this. In our evaluation group, we have over 13,000 people. So you tag your prospect in one of those posts that they're interested in based on the questions that you've answered or they've answered for you. And then when they're in that post, they're going to see the action of all the other people commenting, the buzz around the product, the third-party validation that comes from thousands of people, not just one. So evaluation groups can be very, very powerful.
Now, all of these things, I want to say something really important. So you cannot just post and not reach out to people. Yep. So the issue here is that a lot of people miss this with attraction marketing, is that the post to me is going to set you up for success. The post, yes, we get people coming to us through our posts all the time, but we don't just rely on that. We also reach out and connect with people, because here's the thing, people are everywhere right now. You can't possibly be on all social media channels at all times catching all people. So what we do is we reach out to them and then they go back to the social media channel and they take a look at it. They're like, wow, and then they come back to the conversation with us and say, hey, actually, I do want to learn more. That looks really cool.
Yeah,
right?
And that's all part of the ecosystem, right? Because we're attracting them, we're educating them, we're striking the emotion. And we're having a conversation and we're understanding them. We're allowing them to evaluate. And then we're continuing on with our posting system, because that is going to keep dripping on them as a reminder as well. And again, we're back to engaging, educating, and creating the emotion. So the people you've already had the conversation with, think how this works, right? It keeps bringing the conversation back into their mind, because we've talked about this tons of people are busy, right? So it's important to consistently be showing up.
So your business will grow half as fast if you're only relying on attraction marketing. Guaranteed 50% slower, you will grow because of that. Now, 2 important points. I will get to the next part right away, but I just want to say you do have to have what I call circuit breakers. Yeah. So even when you're educating, entertaining about your product or solution, you still have to keep some things that's going on with your personal life in there, right? Yep. So really make sure you throw that in. You have to be consistent. And the biggest thing that we had was finishing with a bang. So we were very consistent with our posting flows. All of our team was doing this. And at the last day of the month, or like second last day of the month, you see this little post in the bottom. This had a sense of urgency to it, and it was super simple. And all our team did was support each other, drop a few comments in there on everybody's post. Think your whole team doing this. Like everyone on your team does something just a little bit like this. That is what took us over the top.
Yep.
That simple strategy.
Yeah, this simple post here rolled out through our team is what broke the barrier and took us over the 2,000 mark and actually passed, right? And got us in the 600 enrollments in the last 24 hours.
Yes, pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit more deeper about our secret weapon, because we sort of showed the high level of saying, here's the ecosystem, here's how it works. And you're probably thinking, but how do you actually do that, right? How do you actually do all of those things? So, here's just a few testimonials of how effective having this type of of ecosystem is, right?
Yeah, you can see like our post is blowing up, have 25 conversations started. 2 business builders joined our team in under 24 hours with no phone calls, all through our system and messengers. And, you can see I'm blown away. I've never had so many people in my inbox. It just keeps going and going. And this is what we continue to see on a month-to-month basis. Now, this comes from our secret weapon that we're going to dive a little deeper into here right now.
Okay. So this is a secret weapon, how you set your people up for success. So we talked about, we have this very specific launch process that sets your team up for leads on day 1. And the thing here is it does not sound like generic copy paste posting, right?
Yep.
It's very authentic, and we teach people how to use their own voice and how to use their own words. And there's a few things in every single post that are really critical from a marketing standpoint, but there's flexibility to be yourself in all of these posts that we do.
The second thing we have is a process that helps your team move their leads from a prospect to a customer to a partner. So that comes into play with the groups, right? That you're educating your team with. It comes up with the follow-up system that you have for your team, keeping in touch with your customer. Customer care is one of the most important things that so many teams are missing in this business, because customer care is what will turn your people into a partner, or have your customer like streaming to the mountaintops about how amazing your product is and how amazing your service is. So they're going to bring more customers and or partners to you.
Super important. We actually also have a really cool quiz and assessment, and it's a way to collect leads. So you can see Brian there holding up his fingers, and he's saying like, this is where my score was. And, now my score has gone to here. But with that quiz, it's a lead magnet. So you get people's emails so you can follow up with them and you create awareness, right? So you have to have a few different ways to get leads in your business.
Yep.
And that's really critical for a secret weapon. Yep. Growing and scaling, you have to have a way to say, hey, okay, I need to grow this business, right? Like that's another gap that most people have, is once they've launched, they actually don't know how to grow.
Yeah.
So it's really critical. You have to have that set up. And then weekly training calls. And this is important because it's not just getting on. I don't know if you can relate to this if you've ever been on team training, where it feels like Groundhog Day, because they're telling everybody's stuck and they're just telling everybody to do the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah. So you want training and strategies that are fresh, that are current to what's happening in the marketplace, what's current to happening in the world, that time. So make sure if you're a team lead, make sure that you're keeping your content fresh for your team. So they're not just like a rinse and repeat, like same type of thing over and over again, because that message is going to fall on deaf ears very quickly.
Exactly. And works on all different platforms, right? So we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have TikTok, we have YouTube. So we're not just teaching, this doesn't just work on one platform. Okay. Up next. So there's I missed, Share your takeaway in the comments. There it is. Okay, here's a little peek at a couple. We set things up in guides, and we find it really super effective so that people can walk through things step by step along their journey. So that's just kind of a peek at how we roll people through training with support.
And you can see, if you go back to what we were talking about, how having a step-by-step process the whole way, you can see we take people down a journey, a roadmap. So you can see we start with an 11-day launch. Day 1 through 11 are laid out for you specifically. Then we get into our day 12 to 90 grow and scale phases, right? In 90 days and beyond, is our scale phase. So this gives people an exact step-by-step formula on exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. So this is what creates duplication, guys. 100%. This is the secret weapon that allowed us to get people into action. We have people who are following this roadmap and literally getting leads on their very first day in business. And that is key, because that is what's going to keep people around. If your team's coming in and they're kind of floundering around for a month, 2 months and not getting any action, How many people do you think are going to stick around? How many people do you think are they going to want to bring into this, right? So you have to make sure your team has the resources they need to get into action fast, to do it without question, and to be able to duplicate it, right?
Exactly. All while also using their own voice and being them, right? We don't want social robots. No, this is really cool. Like,
this, I think,
cool.
might be one of the things that help to truly push our team to the next level this month. This is something we just rolled out. Our company rolled it out company-wide, actually. And you might want to look into this. There is a cost. Most companies do charge a lot. Ours actually provides it to us, but it is a virtual assistant. It is an app that actually taps in, ties directly into your back office, and tells you exactly what to do on a daily basis. From which customers you're supposed to follow up, to which team members you're supposed to follow up, which prospects you should be reaching out to. It is absolutely amazing, guys. And you can see the stats here: 3 times increase in monthly sales, 84% increase in prospects, and 25% faster rank investment. Guys, we can attest to this. This works because our team used it for the month of January, and we absolutely crushed our goals. Exactly. We had 404 rank advancements on our team. We had over 100 people hit guaranteed income. That's minimum of $1,000 to $2,500 a month. That was achieved by over 100 people in our team this month. And we truly believe that this is kind of the catalyst, combined with all the tools that we showed you, that really pushed it over the edge, because now people know exactly what to do.
So the name of the app, by the way, is called Penny. Yeah. So you know what? I wish we could be an affiliate for it, because it is just brilliant and so simple and friendly. Like, if you can look at it here, it says, like, you know, do you want to crank it up? Do you want to be a freight train today? Like, they just use language that is fun, and so you don't feel like, oh, it gives you that great energy and makes running your business fun,
guys. So if you're looking for that thing, if you're, you know, like me, and you're trying to track your business on little sticky notes and papers and notebooks all over the place, we've even done it on spreadsheets, guys. This takes all the questioning out of it on a daily basis, because you're not just looking at a list wondering, you're looking at an itemized step-by-step process of what you need to do. And at the end of it, it says, congratulations, what do you want to do now, prospect or customer care? There's no question on what to do, guys. So highly recommend looking into your own virtual assistant. Okay.
So, you know, we're wrapping up now, and we really want to just let us know if you have any questions. What did you learn today? Do you have any aha moments about your business? Is there something that you could tweak that's maybe you're like, ooh, that's interesting, I want to dig deeper on that, because that, if I double down on that, is going to really help bring me to the success and reach my goals that I'm looking for this year. So there's 2 ways that you can, you know, take things up a notch, right? So the first thing we have is the Attraction Marketing Formula ebook. So this is a training that we originally took, and so did quite a few people on our team, that taught us how to properly market and make connections with people on social media. It is a brilliant book. It gives you the foundational skills to really understand that part and build. Like, it's a brilliant resource for anybody who's like, how do they write those posts like that? Right?
Yeah, it is exactly what the tool that our team, our upline, and literally dozens of people in our sideline have used to take their business to the next level and help take their team's business to the next level. So now, if that sounds, you know, great, but you're like, I don't have the time, I don't have the resources to put all that together, that just sounds like, you know, it sounds great, but oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. And you're, you know, a mental wellness advocate, and mental wellness is your jam, drop us a mental wellness movement below, because we have this system all in place. We have these tools all in place, the resources, the virtual assistant, everything in place, ready for you to leverage and take advantage of. So if you're looking for a new option, something different, and mental wellness is your jam, drop us a mental wellness movement below, and we can connect and see if it's a fit for you. See if our team is a fit, and see if you can be part of the next movement when we break 3,000 enrollments this month. So guys, thank you
Yes.
so much for spending your morning with us. We truly appreciate you.
Stop sharing so we
Stop
can
the
actually kind of
screen
see.
share, try to get back
Or
here.
not.
And we're back.
Woo!
So thank you guys. We really appreciate you spending your morning with us. And hopefully you found some value in this. Drop some love, share it with your team. We'll be back again next week. Have a fantastic day.